In this video, we'll look at institutional factors as an external influence in the business environment. There are three main institutional influences on business. These include the government, regulatory bodies, other groups such as trade unions, employer associations, and the ASX. Australia has three levels of government: federal, state, and local. Each level of government imposes a range of regulations on businesses to standardise and protect their dealings with consumers and competitors. For instance, the federal government has a responsibility to ensure that taxes are paid by employees and businesses, including the collection of GST, that employees are provided with superannuation, which is paid into a nominated superannuation account, and also ensures that relevant legislation that affects business operations is also complied with. Here are some examples of state government obligations. These include the provision of employee entitlements, including workers' compensation and work health and safety, the payment of payroll taxes, abiding by state legislation, for example, in terms of health and trade practices, and abiding by pollution controls. And the local government has control over the following business activities, such as approving new developments and alterations to existing buildings, ensuring that businesses abide by fire and parking regulations, and that size, location, and shape of business signs are also adhered to. The second institutional influence we'll look at are regulatory bodies. A regulatory body is one that is set up to monitor and review the actions of businesses and consumers in relation to certain issues and the appropriate legislation. This is to ensure that businesses conduct themselves fairly in relation to the consumer, the community, and other businesses. A number of regulatory bodies operate in New South Wales and Australia. They include the New South Wales Environment Protection Authority, New South Wales Fair Trading, the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, and the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. New South Wales EPA is the primary environmental regulator for New South Wales. It is governed by the Protection of the Environment Administration Act of 1991, and it aims to improve environmental performance and waste management for New South Wales through a wide range of programs and initiatives. They also offer advice and incentives to help businesses improve their environmental performance. New South Wales Fair Trading is a state consumer protection agency which provides information and assistance to all consumers and business owners on areas such as fair and ethical practices. New South Wales Fair Trading offers the following services to businesses: information about business licenses, for example for real estate agents, builders and car dealers, information for tradespeople and builders that covers their responsibilities and offers assistance in relation to disputes between themselves and clients, and sets and monitors product safety standards. ASIC is the federal government body responsible for monitoring market integrity and providing consumer protection in areas such as payment systems and financial services such as investment advice. ASIC also aims to ensure all businesses comply with the industry standards and codes of practice. It also operates the Business Names Register that allows people to register, renew, and search business names nationally. The ACCC is an independent statutory authority that administers the Competition and Consumer Act of 2010. It operates nationally for the enforcement and administration of competition and consumer protection laws. The ACCC monitors the following: anti-competitive and unfair market practices such as the misuse of market power, exclusive dealing and resale price maintenance, mergers and acquisitions that could decrease the level of competition, product safety and liability, and misleading and deceptive advertising. In addition to government bodies, other institutions affect how businesses operate in Australia. Employer associations represent the interests of employers. They assist employers in formulating policies in line with union activities. They act on behalf of employers in negotiating enterprise or collective agreements. They promote industry, trade and commerce, and provide submissions and advice and information to governments. Trade and industry associations are national bodies that represent larger groups of employers, for example by lobbying government on certain issues. Such examples of these include the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and the National Farmers Federation. Trade unions are an organized association of workers in a trade or profession formed to protect and further their rights and interests. Union membership has declined substantially in the past 25 years. Much of this is due to changes to work patterns with increased part-time and casual work, workplace agreements becoming more popular, privatization and restructuring of union-dominated industries. The Australian Stock Exchange operates a share market where companies can raise funds by issuing shares in the company. A business can list itself with the Australian Stock Exchange to become a public company. The main reason for this is to raise extra capital, usually for expansion and development. To summarize, the three main institutional influences come from the government, regulatory bodies such as the ACCC, ASIC, New South Wales Fair Trading and New South Wales EPA, and other institutions such as trade unions and employer associations. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.